Number 45 has been elected as the President of the United States of America. And as I said in that live earlier, it's a very sad, tragic day in America. Well, there's new gossip on the horizon pertaining to his dodo bird's son. As you see, the apple does not fall far from the tree. There's commentary pertaining to Sean Puffy Combs that this dodo bird thinks it's souped up charges against Sean to get Kamala Harris voted into office. I've never heard of such absurdity in all of my damn life, but anything. And this is what we have right now, walking around, people who don't have any type of common sense, any type of common logic, and it's ridiculous because in this commentary that I'm about to play for you that's older, he basically was suspicious of Kim Porter's death, and now he wants to say the charges against Sean Puffy Combs were souped up to get Kamala Harris votes. This is atrocious to me. Allegations against him, which are numerous, and then to try to link it to Kamala Harris is just disrespectful. But this is what is expected of people who, as I have said before, don't have any respect for people, but have respect. Now here is his son. He's following his lead. Let's play this commentary. Thank you for joining me. You are now listening to the Vault XL. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $ Big Angie, 129 cash app. Miami Herald is the source. Lord have mercy. We got some dumbass folks in America.
Donald Trump Jr. weighs in on the Diddy scandal. Here's his connection to the rapper. Donald Trump Jr. has entered the chat. The former first son, 46, put aside politics for a minute to talk the Sean Diddy Combs scandal on DJ Academic's podcast from Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach Wednesday. Donald Trump's oldest child actually has a connection to the embattled rapper, whose Miami and LA homes were raided by the feds last month as part of a sex trafficking investigation. Read more. See Diddy's Miami Beach mansion after raid. Trump empathized with the music mogul, who has been accused in several lawsuits of sexual assault. In one regard, he likened the raids to what happened to his father, former President Donald Trump, at Mar-a-Lago back in August 2022. Ridiculous, holding kids at gunpoint, Jr. said. It's a show of force. Totally unnecessary. Combs and Jr. have another connection. Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, Vanessa Hayden, was friends with Diddy's longtime partner Kim Porter, and mother of 3 of his 7 kids. Porter and Hayden were models who ran in the same circles in NYC in the 90s. He told the DJ at around the 4-minute mark. Trump recalled that his ex phoned him after Porter's shocking death of pneumonia at the age of 47 back in 2018.
Sponsor message, then we're back.
Sure, there's a tool for every job, but when it comes...
Sorry about that. Brief intermission.
A done solution for editing your PDFs, sharing them, even getting them signed. Lots of jobs, one tool. Acrobat's got it. Right.
Got to make their money.
Diddy spotted in Miami after raids. She was like, she did not believe that was just natural, he said, adding that Porter had confided to Hayden that she was afraid of Combs. I'm not trying to fuel rumors, the former Apprentice star added. There's a ton of rumors, academics said. But, according to the Los Angeles coroner's office, Porter, who had been ill for days, died in her sleep of lobar pneumonia, which affects the entire lobe of the lung, and the death was ruled natural. This story was originally published April 19, 2024, 12:17 p.m.
So let's recap this nonsense. So his ex-wife was friends with Kim Porter, a woman who has children by Sean Puffy Combs, who's no longer alive, died of pneumonia, lobar pneumonia. Lots of speculations that she didn't die of natural causes. Children are denying these allegations. You're entitled to your opinion. So let's go back to what he said his ex-wife said. She did not believe that was just natural, he said, adding that Porter had confided to Hayden that she was afraid of Combs. I'm not trying to fuel rumors, the former Apprentice star added. There's a SHIT ton of rumors, academics said. But according to Los Angeles office, Porter had been ill for days, died in her sleep, lobar pneumonia, which affects the entire lobe of the lung, and death was ruled natural. So the ex-wife, I guess, had questions about the woman's death because of what allegedly Kim told her that she was afraid of Sean Puffy Combs. Just want to recap everything that was said. So, Donald Trump Jr., what do you think now? Because you have a problem with the raid at the house, and it was similar to the raid at your father's house. So is that why you have empathy for Sean Puffy Combs? Because both homes were raided. They raided the house for Sean and your father for a reason. They didn't go there because they were bored. So what's your point? She was like, she did not believe that was just natural. This is what his ex-wife told him at the time of Kim Porter's death. I'm not trying to fuel rumors, the former Apprentice star added. So who wasn't trying to form the rumors? Mr. Trump, Donald Trump Jr., or the woman? It all doesn't matter, because here is the latest developments pertaining to this dodo bird. Just absolutely nonsense. Why say anything at all? This is what I don't understand. Hold on one second. Exactly. And that's been a problem. Why would you even vote for him? Knowing how he's disrespected his own wife, cheating on her, cheating with that other lady who he denied having sex with, and she's claimed that she had sex with him. She described sexual things in court, but yet this is who you women voted for. It's all baffling. This is the latest conspiracy theory that has come up out of the mind of Donald Trump Jr. to add more fuel to the fire and nonsense. Bizarre new conspiracy theory about why Sean Diddy Combs was arrested. This is from Donald Trump Jr. This is it's just sickening. Just, despite everything that's going on right now with Sean Puffy Combs, Donald Trump Jr., has to give his damn opinion. So, Trump Jr. has peddled an unfounded conspiracy theory suggesting that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested so celebrities who were affiliated with him would endorse his father's opponent, Kamala Harris. See, this makes no sense. The original complaint against Sean was last year, November 2023, by Cassie Ventura. And I don't think that anybody was thinking about Kamala Harris or Biden last year, because nobody knew that, one, Mr. Biden would not be able to perfect his duties as president, because I do believe he has cognitive issues. Perhaps he has first stages of dementia. I don't know, but I believe he has some dementia issues. That's not his fault. So to bring that up now to say, well, I believe Combs, that's what it says right here, that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested so celebrities who were affiliated with him would endorse his father's opponent. People voted for Kamala and supported her because they wanted to, whether they were famous or not. Famous people vote like everybody else votes. The hell are you saying? You're not making any fucking sense. You're trying to act like this is some orchestrated scheme to arrest Sean Puffy Combs to get Kamala Harris into the fucking White House. What type of person? This lets you know all of these people are ignorant. Once again, Combs was arrested in September, sex trafficking, racketeering charges. Prosecutors alleged that Combs and his associates threatened, abused, coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, which allegedly included forcing victims into engaging in recorded sexual activity, which he referred to as freak-offs. One lawsuit also alleged that Combs regularly hosted sex trafficking parties with underage women and illegal drugs, implies record label executives who looked the other way, financially benefited from assets to celebrities, dignitaries, including the British royal Prince Harry. Now, once again, there's no evidence that Prince Harry or any of the other royal family members partook in any freak-off sex parties. Just because you got a picture of him talking to Sean Puffy Combs, that doesn't mean that he was hanging with him in any sex parties. It's just ignorant. Now the former president's oldest son has claimed these celebrities are endorsing Harris for payment or because they were on a Diddy party list. This is so ridiculous. We're seeing unprecedented amounts of pay for play again, Trump Jr. said on his podcast Triggered on Monday night. Again, none of this is organic. It's a paid influencer operation. Know that. The celebrities who aren't getting paid are getting probably paid in another way because they're either on an Epstein list or a Diddy party list or both. What the fuck does Kamala have to do with Sean Puffy Combs? Not a damn thing. They don't hang together. They don't know each other in that way. Do you know how ridiculous this sounds? That celebrities that know Sean Puffy Combs endorse Kamala. If you are on one of the lists of people that were involved in any sexual improprieties against people or children, you voting for Kamala isn't going to stop the government from issuing an indictment. Trump Jr., you need to shut the fuck up because you're just an ignorant, fucking buffoon. We all saw that, how magically Diddy gets busted, and all of a sudden everyone's endorsing the Democrat just out of nowhere he added. Are you hearing this? Trump Jr. presented no concrete evidence to support this claim or to tie any celebrities to Combs. Further, many of the celebrities who endorsed Harris were signaling support for Biden and Democratic candidates long before Combs was arrested. Exactly. If they want to endorse Biden, he wasn't running, so naturally they're going to endorse Kamala. And if they didn't, then they didn't. For example, Taylor Swift endorsed President Joe Biden in 2020 before encouraging fans to vote for Harris this year. Beyonce, who spoke at a Harris rally last week, also endorsed the president 4 years ago. The same goes for Cardi B, Demi Lovato, Jennifer Lopez, John Legend, Madonna, dozens of other big names. With just hours to go until voting centers close this election day, you know this is a day ago, national polls indicate Harris and Trump are neck and neck. But sadly, 45 is back in office, for those who did not know. The vice president had a 9-point lead over former president, according to an average of national polls taken Tuesday morning in the 7 swing states. The final polls from the New York Times, Siena College, shows a mixed bag, 5 states. Both candidates are less than 2 points apart among likely voters with no predictable win at this late stage. And it just goes on to talk about what was going on as far as the points. Well, it doesn't matter at this point. Kamala has lost to number 45. I just think it's fucking ridiculous that his son would have the audacity to try to link Sean Puffy Combs and associates to Kamala Harris. Now you are out of fucking line. Now, it's one thing your bobblehead-ass father ran for office again and got elected by these crazy-ass people out here. But for you to link Puffy associates to Kamala Harris, you out of fucking line. People vote for who they want to vote for. And as this commentary said, people were voting Democrat before Sean was even arrested. So naturally, if they voted for a Democrat, they're going to vote for the Democrat that's up for the president, which was Kamala. So if it was Mickey Mouse, then that's who the fuck they would have voted for. And you're disrespectful to even link that woman to anything salacious pertaining to Sean Puffy Combs. This is straight number 45 antics. Always accuse something when you have no proof and it's so illogical and so far-fetched, and it's disrespectful to her. And it's also disrespectful to anybody that was famous that voted for Kamala. To say, oh, well, you're in cahoots with Sean Puffy Combs, that's why you voted for Kamala. What kind of fucking shit is that to say? It's just ridiculous. You have no right to say anything bad about this lady. Trump Jr., Donald Trump, you don't know Kamala Harris. You don't know the people that voted for Kamala Harris. And you don't have any right to be linking innocent people to Sean Puffy Combs. It's just disrespectful. I don't give a fuck you glad she lost. It don't matter who I'm fucking for. The point is you don't go around lying about people because those are some terrible accusations. This man has been charged with essay and drugging people. So just because some famous people endorse Kamala Harris, that don't mean they have anything to do with the allegations against Sean Puffy Combs and that they were in cahoots with him. So they said, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll go out here and promote Kamala Harris so I won't get indicted. That don't even make sense. The government is not going to give a fuck about who you vote for. If there's an indictment against you for any criminal charges, they're not going to say, well, let me see who they voted for. Oh, they're voting for Kamala. Well, I'm not going to arrest them. Sounds ridiculous. Let me give this advice to you, Mr. Junior. You and your father both. You make sure you have a good fucking time these 4 years. You make sure you make it last. Because what you gonna fuck around and do, Mr. Junior, your ass gonna fuck around and be locked up and your daddy gonna be visiting you in a fucking Brooklyn damn jail. So keep making allegations against people without cause and a receipt. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. People endorse who they want to endorse. That don't mean they have anything to do with Sean Puffy Combs because somebody decided to vote Democrat or they're a famous person voting Democrat. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. You're too fucking old for that type of behavior. But that's expected because look who his father is. His father has done the same type of behavior, always accusing people of stuff, but he never talks about the shit that he's done. And I find it strange, once again, you people voted for this motherfucker. For what? When all that shit was coming out about Stormy, why in the world would you vote for this man? This man had drama before he even got elected. And yet you still ran to the polls and voted for him. You signed off on these people storming the gate, the rhetoric, the violence by people. Donald Trump signed off on it as well, the shit that happened at the Capitol. And yet you still want this man in office. Why? Help me understand. But it's just like I said in my earlier live. Please check it out. You have the same mindset. So I can't be shocked that his own son behaves like him and random strangers in the street that don't know Donald Trump from a can of beans would also have the same jacked up ass mentality. Because now you want to blame random strangers who voted for Kamala, promoted her, and they were famous, that they're now tied into Sean Puffy Combs. That's some low down shit. That's some low down shit. And if I was anybody famous, if I heard Donald Trump Jr. mention my name, I'd take his ass to court and I'd sue him for defamation. I sure would. I sure would. I'd take his ass to court because that's where he needs to go. And Trump Jr. knows not to mention nobody's name because he knows these people would sue him. He's out of fucking line. He's out of line. So I'm going to ask Mr. Jr. I probably don't need the answer. So basically, you're supporting a child molester, pedophile, rapist, and drugger. That's basically what you're saying. Because you went from talking to a podcaster, Mr. DJ Academics, that your ex-wife thought it was strange the woman died suspiciously, Miss Kim Porter. So how did you feel about Sean Puffy Combs at that time, years before? Because she's been dead a while. Did you think that Kim Porter died mysteriously, or you just listening to your ex-wife talk? I don't know. Maybe she was your wife at the time. I don't know. And we can ask that question. Why you got a wife number 2? Because you like your daddy. The apple definitely does not fall far from the tree. Probably a straight up whore. And now, to top it off, years later, this woman is dead. People are bringing up allegations of a book, a journal, manuscript. Here you come, you jumping on the bandwagon with the he said and the she said and the gossip of a dead woman. And making up shit about Sean Puffy Combs and Kamala Harris. You need your tail whooped. Because this is how shit gets out of control. And you are a well-known person. So for you to jump on a bandwagon and make up shit about people who were promoting Kamala Harris and linking them to Sean Puffy Combs, You are just straight gutter trash. You are straight trash. Thank you, Renee. Well, Grayson, that's all she could do. But it's disrespectful. Whether you like Kamala, Biden, you are not a Democrat, that's not the point. The point is, you don't go out here and put people on a lie. Hello, Melrose. You don't put people on a lie to a child molester. That's some fucked up shit to say about any human being. That woman don't got nothing to do with Sean Puffy Combs. And Mr. Trump Jr., since you think you know every fucking thing, then bring a receipt. You can't get mad because people were promoting Kamala, whether they were black or white. That's what you mad at. Your father don't got no business in the White House. He don't got no business up there. You ain't got no business up there. Because he trash and you trash. All of you trash. And it shows you your father ain't taught you nothing. Because Donald Trump can't teach nobody nothing because he don't know nothing. And the fact that he was saying ugly things about Kamala, calling her retarded. Who the hell are you calling retarded when you got a fucking low IQ? You didn't even finish college. You wrote off your daddy's money, Mr. Trump, Mr. 45. Because if it wasn't for your daddy's money, you'd be living like every fucking body else around here. Whole fucking hum. You all have been afforded the luxury of living half the hog off of dead folks' money. Your daddy lived off your grandpa's money, and you lived off of Donald Trump's money. And to sit up here and link random strangers to Sean Puffy Combs is just atrocious. And it just shows you don't have respect for life. And you trying to compare your daddy's house being raided in Florida to Sean's house being raided. Oh my gosh, they use guns. That's what the government does, dummy. They use weapons when they go to people's homes to exact warrants. What did you want them to take to Sean's house? A bouquet of flowers? You thought they were going to take bouquets of flowers to your daddy's house? And why the fuck was your daddy hiding government files in his house? Stole them out the White House. He didn't have no rights to them. How about that? Why don't you talk about that? While you worried about the raid at your daddy's house. Excessive force being used. Hell yeah, they're going to use force. You're a thief and you done stole something that don't belong to you. And he didn't have no business running for office. And I'm trying to understand why it was even allowed in the first damn place. As I said in my earlier commentary, you didn't see Bill Clinton running for office again. So why the hell is Donald Trump under legal scrutiny running for office? This just shows you how jacked up the system is and how jacked up people's minds are. I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. I don't run by nobody's music. Whether they Democrat, Republican, I don't care. I run Queen. As I told my family member yesterday, there were things that Obama did I didn't care for. But I didn't go out here acting a damn fool, wanting to blow up shit and act a damn monkey's ass. Because you're not supposed to put your faith in man. That's what's wrong with a lot of you out here. You putting your faith in Trump. You putting your faith in other people. And you're going to be disappointed. You know why you're going to be disappointed? Because he is a human being. And he really ain't that. He's a fucking lump of clay. He's a bum. His son's a bum. And Melania, she a fool, because I wouldn't be with nobody like him. I don't give a damn what kind of money he got. He ain't nothing but a stinking rat. And his son's a rat. Because to put out these type of allegations against famous people is just atrocious. It's disrespectful. To link these people to Sean Puffy Combs and his deviant behavior. You out of fucking line, man. Just out of line. But these are the latest developments. Number 45 has been reelected as the United States president, unfortunately. And now we have his sad-ass, sap-ass son spreading malicious lies about Kamala Harris and people who were promoting her, famous people. He's linking them to being involved in the Sean P. Diddy scandal, and that is why they were supporting Kamala Harris, his whack-ass theory. Just when you think the world cannot stoop any lower, that its inhabitants can't be any more low down, low rent, this is what you have. This is a sad day in America. A sad day that that thing was reelected, and a sad day that his son is yapping his jaws on some deviant behavior and looping innocent people into the Sean Puffy Combs scandal. And let me tell you something, number 45 and your stinking son. What goes around comes around. And just like you've been poking fun at Kamala, saying nasty things to her, you've made nasty comments about the military, you've made nasty comments about your own cabinet years ago and other people who turned on you, which they should have, your day is coming too, old man. And just like Biden seems to be having some cognitive issues, there's going to be a day, Mr. Donald Trump, you're not going to know your right foot from your left. Somebody's going to have to feed you. Somebody's going to have to wipe your ass. Somebody's going to have to put a diaper on your big ass. And oh my, that day is coming. And Trump Jr., same thing. You're going to be in the same shape too. So all this shit you're doing to get attention for your father, believe me, baby, payback's a motherfucker. Because there's just certain things you don't do. And this, what you're doing to try to help promote your father, is below the belt. But it's expected because your father don't have respect for people. And that's white, black, Mexican, Jew. Donald Trump don't care about nobody. He never has, because he don't care for himself. He ain't never had to work for nothing. So he don't know nothing about the economy. And that's why some of you voted for him, because he's wealthy. That don't mean nothing. He don't know how to go out here and really work a real job. He ain't been to no 4-year institution and got a degree. He ain't got a master's. He don't have a doctorate. He's a dodo bird. He ain't done shit but finesse people. That school he had, it was a fraud. Kids were suing his school, because it was a fraud, that Trump University. You people better wake up. Some man painted his golf course room, some resort he had up in New Jersey, owed the man $30,000 for painting the motherfucking room. He wouldn't even pay that man. But this is who you want as your president. He's a fraud. He's a low-down fraud. His son is a fraud. And anybody running in behind Donald Trump, you a fraud too. And that means you like him because of what he's doing out here and the message he sends to the universe. So you just like him. That's my commentary. Take the polls on my community page. Follow me on the Newsbreak app. This is the latest developments coming to the masses about this stinking ass son of his, spreading ugly lies about Kamala Harris and famous people that were supporting Kamala Harris. You're going to eat them words, bro. You and your daddy. You and your daddy both. Exactly, Penny. He's never cared for anybody. 45 is selfish. His son is selfish. That's why they both working on marriage number 2, 3, 4. And these women only marry them for the money. They don't want him. You think Melania really cares about Donald Trump? She don't give a fuck about that man. You can look at her facial expressions in all her pictures. She didn't want to be in the White House the first time. She definitely didn't want to go back a second time. That shows you how selfish he is. He don't care about his life. He don't care about his family. He don't care about his children. His son, the baby son, he looks like he's got a low IQ his damn self. So he gonna fall in behind his older brother. He probably won't be able to go out here and work himself. And like I said, the fact that his own nephew told the public how he talked to him bad about his own son being disabled. He told him to basically just do away with him. Who says that to a person with a disabled child? But this is who you voted for. That's my commentary. If you want to donate to this great network, $BeGanji, 129 Cash App. This is the latest. This is just a sad, sad, sad day. This is a sad day in America. But like I said before in my commentary, I'm not worried about Donald Trump. I'm not worried about the Republican Party. I'm not worried about the Democratic Party, because first and foremost, I'm a child of God and I'm highly favored. And I don't walk by what other men do and women do. Because one, you're not supposed to put your faith in man. So I expect the same disgusting racist rhetoric that we had 4 years ago. And if Trump is in office or out of office, I expect to see and hear it, because that's the kind of world we live in. We live with nasty, racist, ignorant people. And that's not going to matter whether Trump's in office or not. Let me make that clear. We are in a country that was stolen, number one. Pushed the Indians out and brought Africans here as slaves. Use these people to toil the earth for profit. Freed them, but didn't really free them. Stole their land when they owned and rightfully owned their land. And the Indians still have not gotten retribution. So why would I expect anything different from the inhabitants 400 years later? I do not. That's my commentary. You've been listening to the Vault XL.